Hello, classmates. It's Andy, and I'll be talking about the article Now Republicans Are Trying to Redefine Abortion Itself by Jessica Valenti. I hope I pronounced her last name right. So it seems that she's trying to argue that Republicans are coming up with such bizarre, loose terminology. Um, they seem to be obsessed with strawman policies and whataboutism or what ifism, and um, in the end, she says that the goal is to paint Democrats and pro-choice groups as the extremists. The GOP wants to trick Americans into believing they're somehow softening on abortion, even as they pass ever more dangerous laws. Every new word and phrase was created in service of that goal. I think that explicitly answers the question of what is she trying to argue. Um, But throughout the article, she talks about how uh, Republican um, Republican lawmakers are coming up with terms that basically make no sense, such as uh, post-birth abortion, which does not exist. But basically they're using all of these weird ass terms to confuse and muddle what is abortion, what is pro-life, etc., etc. And I find that terribly disturbing. I mean, on top of denying people the right to abortion, I think just muddling all of that is terrible. Has anyone ever heard of informed consent? It seems like Republicans just want to remove informed consent from anything ranging from voting to understanding terms to accessing healthcare, etc. Um, so that's why I think she's trying to argue, and I think feminists would agree with what Jessica is saying. I mean, I would even say Jessica herself is a feminist. I don't know if she would describe herself as that way, but from the article, I would just describe her as a feminist. And I imagine anyone else reading the article, at least from our class, would describe her as a feminist. I mean, I'm a feminist, and I agree with what she's saying. Um, I wonder if Republican feminists even exist. But anyway, I think the article was really upsetting. She talks about some real life examples of how all of this bizarre how she gives real life examples about um, how these bizarre laws are actually taking place in people's lives. For example, she says that a woman ends up puking during testifying in court because she's so upset uh, with uh, the reasons why she's in court. And she also mentions that a woman was forced to give birth to not even a still life, but like a severely underdeveloped fetus that was already dead, and the woman nearly died doing so and was in such duress. And then um, she mentions similar situations like that, and I just find that absolutely terrifying. I feel like we're living in a dystopian world. I feel like we're literally living in The Handmaid's Tale. Um, I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with The Handmaid's Tale, either the book or the Hulu series. The Hulu series kind of picks up where the book leaves off. There is a scene in the show where a woman is basically in a vegetative state, but she's pregnant, and so they keep her alive just so the baby can be eventually born. And I feel like that whole scenario is not far from what we are experiencing now in reality. Um, yeah, this article just made me terrified. as someone who has a uterus, and um, I'm really glad that she wrote this because this information needs to get out there. Information is so vital. Without information, that is why we're having um, so many unwanted pregnancies, so much inaccess to abortion is because people are without information. So I'm glad this article exists, but I think it's unfortunate that this article has to exist. Um, yeah, I think that's mostly it. I feel like I will be talking in circles if I continue, so I'll end it here. And thank you. And if anyone is going to read it, it's a little triggering, so fair warning to you guys. Okay, peace out.